Hi, this is a demo of the luroConnect dashboard, specifically the command center or the control panel. The control panel in luroConnect hosting on the platform is very powerful because you can run a few commands on the server on your Magento instance without actually having to SSH into that instance, right? Um, so we'll just go through a few commands here. The first one I've selected is flush cache, right? So this allows you to flush, varnish, or even the entire Magento cache. So just to give you a demo on the varnish, this is a demo instance to which the dashboard is connected. So right now, this particular page, on the demo instance is in the cache. Um, yeah. and that is visible through the server timing response header. Specifically, you can see here it was a miss. Let's just refresh and make sure we get a hit. Um, yeah, um, this is a Luma theme which has a lot of CSS and JS loaded, so it's just the default theme. As you can see here, we have now a hit. The duration at the end of it basically says how long uh, the upstream, whether it's Varnish or PHP, took to respond back. So we got a hit. What we're going to do is we're going to flush this URL from the Varnish cache, and make sure we get a miss as well, right? So we've taken this, and there are other options as well. We'll look at it in a bit. Yeah. So I've run this. It actually this is a luroConnect feature where we have changed the Varnish VCL file to allow purging of specific URLs. As you can see, there's a Varnish output. It says error, but that's the way Varnish does. It just says error for everything. But basically, it's a 200 status and tells us that the URL was purged from demo.luroconnect.com. Let's just verify. We refresh the page, uh, wait for the page to load, um, and go back up and have a look at the server timing header. As we can see, there was a miss, right? And the PHP took about a third of a second or so to respond. Let's refresh again, and now we should actually be seeing a hit for this. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. So we'll look at the server timing. The server timing is a special header. It is a HTTP standard, but this is generated by our hosting, and it tells you whether a page is a hit or a miss. There are times it even says uncacheable or none, right? And there are different meanings for various settings that you see there. Yeah. Um, as I was saying, there are other features also. We can flush the full varnish by saying slash and a regular expression to true. This will flush the full varnish cache. And otherwise, I can even say flush all caches to true, and it will actually run a bin Magento cache flush command, right? So if I do this, it's just going to flush the full varnish. Yeah. So let's look at the next command that happens in the background. We actually have a queuing system. It goes into the queue, it gets pulled from the queue and gets executed. Now let's look at run query. Yeah. So you can actually run a read-only query on the database. I've just selected select start from admin user as the query. The notify me is something which will send you an email, right? So that depends upon who is logged into this dashboard, um, yeah, and what email is attached to it. So I'm going to queue this query in and wait for it to get executed, and it gives the output. I think in the email it'll be better formatted here. The backslash n is not converted to a browser BR, so you just see the raw output. But yeah, you can run some quick queries and have a look at some data. Yeah, you can also run a bin Magento command directly from here. Okay, You don't actually have to give the word bin Magento in it. You can just give index or reindex say, and you could have given more memory if you wanted. Okay. Similarly, notify me or a comma separated email addresses will get when the command executes. Obviously, this is very useful when the command might take a little bit longer than a few seconds. Right? So, you can run the platform command, and that's running in the background. You can see as it runs, it's going to output periodically over here. Yeah, and it's done in about 5 seconds. So it even tells you how long it took. Right? So there are many other commands. There's a separate video for the build and deploy the CI/CD integration that we have. But this for this is that much for this video. Thanks.